You have public comment.
Well, good evening, Vice Chair and fellow commissioners and county staff. This is my first time too, so bear with me, please, and we'll get through this, I'm sure. You did a great job.
By midnight.
What's that?
By midnight.
Yeah, no, a lot sooner than that, because I appreciate your time, and in the interest of not wasting the commission's time, I would ask in the audience, anybody here supporting Camp Gold Star, just raise your hand.
Perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna limit it to 3 speakers beyond me. You'll hear from Diane Layfield, she's a Gold Star mom. You'll hear from Kevin Graves, and he's a Gold Star dad. And you'll hear from Jamie Bolt, who's the owner of Bethel Harbor Marina on Bethel Island. But for me, let me go through my quick little presentation here if I can, and try and touch on some key points about what I consider the freshest project and coolest idea on the Delta in over 40 years. That's what I've been told by others. So it's called Camp Gold Star, and it's in honor of fallen heroes and first responders, veterans and first responders. So if we can go to the next slide. So, as staff pointed out, the primary focus of the resort is 25, what we call hero lodges. The colors designate different floor plans. There are 7 different floor plans of the 25 lodges.
Hi, my name is Jamie Bolt. I'm the managing partner and harbor master at Bethel Harbor, which is on Bethel Island, Contra Costa County. The Delta makes up a lot of counties, as you guys know. Our marina has been in the family since 1972. I've been a harbor master since 1996. I've seen them come, I've seen them go. Watched the Delta thrive, and I've also watched it hit a bit of a decline, which is what I feel that we're in right now. We've lost a lot of businesses in the past decade or so. I could name a few, could name more than a few. Herman and Helens Marina used to be a huge thriving marina. Outrigger Marina, Spindrift Marina, the restaurant Happy Harbor, Juicy's, Morris Riverboat, Union Point, Sugar Barge, the restaurant right now, which is available for lease. Anchor Marina, Red Fruit Tree, that pleasant, anyways, the cafe there. Leavenworth Landing, Marine Emporium, Bridgehead Dry Dock, and I don't know if I should mention Lost Style. The Delta is a precious living thing. It has and continues to provide recreational opportunities to thousands of residents of California and beyond abroad. It provides jobs and income to many hundreds. It provides a rich tax base to the state of California as well as to many counties. Boating taxes are high. We have just so many boats. But without these businesses, I'm nervous about what we may not have. This decline in what were healthy Delta-based businesses, it's just a little frightening. So I'm more than excited to support Captain Morgan's vision of Camp Gold Star. His record, he's got a very successful business venture record, which he's had a couple of successful businesses, which were just wonderful to be a part of. He and his wife ran a successful charter company where they took loads of people, whether they were familiar with the Delta or not, they would take them out on the river and expose them to fresh air, sunshine, wildlife, and the waterways of the Delta. His vision for Camp Gold Star will do the same. It will allow many to experience the Delta firsthand, many who may not otherwise have that opportunity. It would provide a venue for families and individuals to gather and enjoy our precious resource, the California Delta. It would take an island which was once robust with farming but now deserted and a little forlorn, and it would create a new, updated function. In a time when the future of the Delta is at risk due to massive water exports, sorry, I can't mention that, that's pending through the Delta Tunnels project, we should embrace every opportunity to establish our strong profile for Delta recreation. Let's keep the Delta for ourselves as much as we can over the use of the water exporters. Thank you.
I'm a Gold Star dad. Diane did a great job of telling a lot of our stories. There's so many similarities. I have to say, in context, that Diane is somebody I wish I would have never met. Because the only reason we know each other is because of the common loss that we share, and I've known her for the last 19 years. Soon after my son is Specialist Joseph A. Graves, and he was killed in action in Iraq in 25 July of 06, just outside of Soccer City, in an ambush. I at that point established, a couple years later, established a nonprofit called Some Gave All to Joy Graves Foundation, and we work primarily with military survivors, mostly parents, because that's who I can relate to the best, and help them provide a venue for grieving, provide a path to walk on, and understand that when you go through traumatic loss, that you will grieve for the rest of your life, and you need to embrace that. So we try to provide a healthy path to grieving. Frank approached me probably 16 years ago when he heard about Joey. We both lived in Discovery Bay and started doing some fundraising events and awareness events to those that aren't aware of, that freedom isn't free. So I just would encourage the approval of this project, because it's going to be an honor for all of us that have suffered through that tremendous loss to be able to have our children remembered, our loved ones remembered. They say a hero only dies twice. Once when he stops breathing, and next when his name is never spoken again. And this will give an opportunity for loved ones to live on in perpetuity. So I would just encourage your approval on this project. Thank you very much.
Mother Diane Layfield, proud mother of Marine Mansfield Travis Layfield. I'm here to speak about my son. Travis was a normal, growing up young man, didn't get in a lot of trouble, thank goodness. His grandfather was a Navy CB, which is my father, in World War II. So Travis, growing up, always wanted to be like his grandpa and become into the Navy. So he did a Navy cadet program from the age of 11 to the age of 14. He always wanted to be an officer, and all the officers always said that Travis was going to proceed with that because he was such a leader in his demeanor. So I'm very proud of him for that. But in high school, the Marine recruiters came out and were trying to get recruited. So Travis came home one day and said, "Mom, I've decided to go to the Marines and be the best of the best." Couldn't stop him. 9/11 had happened a couple years before that, and he knew what he was signing up for. And he wanted to serve his country, his family, and his friends as best as he could. So 10 days after high school graduating, Travis joined the Marines and was deployed 3 months after his boot camp training to Iraq. He was in Ramadi, Iraq, and they were in horrible ambush. And we lost 10 Marines that day and 1 Navy corpsman in the ambush. Travis was just 19 years old, unfortunately. But I'm very proud of him, what he stood for, loved his country and his family enough to sacrifice everything that he could. So this project is very meaningful to Gold Star families. I speak on behalf of most of us. We never want our loved ones to be forgotten or always to be remembered. So this is a wonderful project, and I know it will get a lot of views, and a lot of his buddies always tell me, they call me Mama Layfield, and they always tell me, we want places where we can go and do our reunions and our get-togethers. So this would be absolutely perfect for him, and I know it would be well obtained. So thank you very much to Frank for his vision and his dedication for something like this, himself not serving, his wife did, but to honor the Gold Star families and our first responders. What greater gift is that to all of us than that? So thank you for hearing us, and I hope it will, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And my hearts go out to the families when we lose somebody. It's just not family, the community loses too, and the nation. So this is very heartfelt for me too. And it's a feel-good project, you know. It's a very little bit about it, and yes, I know.
I love the project. By the way, I was married in the Delta. My husband's back there, so he's probably saying that. No, thank you so much for bringing this project. It's in my district, so I'm really excited. The best of luck, because I know that after we take a vote, whichever way it goes, you've got a lot of work ahead of you with the fundraising and everything, so the best of luck to you. And I'm ready to make a motion, unless you wanted to make it.
I want to. You made the last two, I want my name on this one. I make a motion to accept the staff recommendation to approve this project.
I'm gonna clarify it a little bit. Okay. The PA number 2400377 King Crew. We have a second. I'll second. Sarah? I just did it. Okay. All right, on the vote.
Commissioner Tucci,
Yes.
Commissioner Rose,
Yes.
Commissioner Muse.
Yes. Pass. Now, you have appeals within, must be filed within 10 days of the date of the action. Appeals can be submitted to the County Development Department office located on 1018 East Hazelton Avenue, Stockton, California. The appeal fee is $1,227.30. So, anyway, we're good. Close enough. I'm gonna just say the Delta project, I'll, as soon as it's open, I'm gonna get a room on it. It sounds like a great resort, I can't wait. In places that have shut down, I never went to any of those. Thank you for coming. Do we have anything else?
Just, Chair,